Sponsored by Battle Tribe. For awesome stickers, patches, t-shirts, art, and more, check out our Etsy store, Battle Tribe. From Battle Tribe Wargaming, it's 1969 and Vietnam's secret war rages on. Just over the border in Cambodia is the Red Jungle. A top secret and unknown portal has opened up into another dimension. Special force units and mercenary teams enter the portal to plunder its riches and otherworldly alien technology. Amidst the Red Jungle, a land brimming with horror and terror beyond all imagination, these elite squads will battle it out for dominance, supremacy, and a chance to harvest the dark powers of this alternate reality. Who will survive this nightmarish dimension? You take command and find out. Red Jungle, coming soon to Kickstarter.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, totally crazy different video. Usually, you know, I'm doing war gamings or little animation stuff, but like I wanted to get a remote control tank, and nothing more iconic than the German Tiger one. So I got this in the mail the other day. Really freaking cool. And but it's kind of got a goofy paint job. I really want to paint it up and kind of convert it a little bit and give it the touch, but really cool. Did a test run on it. I'll show that in a second, but this is what it looks like now. So here it is, everybody. This is it, right, fresh out of the box, no decals. I didn't add any of the little bits yet. But it shoots BBs, has a machine gun up here, full rotation. You put oil back there, smoke comes out. But I want to do some converting and adding. So this is the Heng Long German one. So I believe I got it for like $150, $160, but really cool. I have some video of me driving around, but I really want to convert it and add it. So I got decals. I want to do a Michael Whitman from Village Bocage. So I got decals from Elite Armor, and it doesn't have Zimmerit armor on it, the paste. So I ended up getting from, what company was it? I forget. I think Hobby Assault, but I got rubber, really cool rubber casted Zimmerit. So I'm gonna have to glue that all over the tank. So, but cool little project, something different, but not bad. You know, it actually drives pretty well, has all the machine gun features, but I'll show all that after I could paint it up and everything like that. But this is really cool, something different to try. You got the on and off switch back here. You got the smoke comes out there. You put the BBs, you pour them in there for firing action, but really kick ass. So we will be back when I do some more work on it. I'm gonna airbrush it, everything. Stay tuned. So the Zimmerit armor is just these rubber casted pieces that have the little. So the Germans had magnetic mines, so they were afraid that the Allies would do the same thing, so they put this paste on it. So, but so far they look like they fit. You know, I'm test fitting these pieces, but they look awesome. All right, here's the one. This one's a little rough. Let's see if this one works. It's the Turret one. So, yeah, gonna have to do some cutting around, see if it. But we'll see. Yeah, it looks. I'm gonna glue it and then probably have to cut. So, but so far so good. I'm digging this. Let's see. What company did it? And this company was, let's see, in New York. Yeah, Hobby Assault out of Australia. So, thanks again. But all right, we'll be back. Let me glue some of this on.
So as you can see, I'm starting to glue the Zimmerit, the rubber Zimmerits down. I'm using Zap-A-Gap and taping it down so it's, you know, dries in place. I had to add green stuff in certain areas on it to kind of blend it in and add, because I had to cut because, you know, it doesn't fit exactly 100% to this kit. It's made for another kit, I guess. So you could see I'm just adding more and more on the front. So yeah, on the turret, on the front and the sides, above the skirts, the front, and down on the chassis. But that's it. There was a couple extra little pieces, but you get the point. But it was actually pretty cool that it's rubber. It gives that three-dimensional look. So I wrapped it around. See the green stuff near the turret to add and fill in the blanks. So now I'm getting ready to prime it. I'm going to use a Tamiya dark yellow, I believe, to give it a prime. So I taped off all the wheels. The wheels were actually pretty close to the original color, so I just left them. I just made sure I didn't overspray on them as best as I could, so I just kept dusting it, letting it dry, and pulled it off. So I did pretty good. I also taped off the vent deck, so I wouldn't spray in there and hit the speakers or whatever little systems they had in there. So this is the Tamiya dark yellow. I believe it is TS3. So looking cool. So I had some Vallejo desert yellow. So I'm going to do a little dry brush over it just to hit the raised edges, just to give it a little too much there. So, but to give it like a little bit of weather before I go in there with the airbrush. Just like some dry brushing, just going and going. So I'm just hitting all the corners around the turret, and the hatch over here. Just continue to add it, little downward motions on the Zimmerits. Hit some raised area. I'm not going too crazy because a lot of it's going to be covered up with airbrush and weathering and stuff, but just a little something. I'm going in with some dark yellow again, and I'm just hitting the tools. So I ended up not liking the way they looked and sprayed over again, but over here the tank was green, so I hit all the little brackets that would hold it on with the dark yellow to make it match a little bit. Just going in there, just thinking about the little details. No rush. Now for the first stripes, I did this off camera and used my airbrush, and I used reflective green from Vallejo. It wasn't an airbrush color, so I just mixed water and some matte medium in there. So I just went there and just did all the stripes. So reflective green was the color that Flames of War from Battlefront would always say to use. So I ended up having some. So that was it. So just did the cool patterns. I looked at some online references, and you can see. So it actually looks pretty cool without the brown yet, but the brown. So now I used a Vallejo dark brown airbrush and went in there and filled in all the different sprays, doing the pattern. Once again, looking at references online. Then I went back with actually a Citadel black contrast paint, and I did the gun barrel and I did the engines where the smoke would come, and I did a couple of little spots along the vent grates on the back deck of the tank's hull. So really happy how it looks. Coming along. You can see from behind and did the design back there. I turned on the tank, rotated the turret, made sure I got stripes underneath. So here it is, looking good. So I still haven't attached the stowage or the cables yet. I gotta go and do the decals. So I got micro sole and micro set. So I just added the decals. I went with 212, which was Michael Whitman's Villers Bocage numbers. Put the Iron Cross on there, went back in there. So the decals are kind of big, and there's a lot of texture with the Zimmerit, so it got messed up. Some of the decals ripped and everything like that. So I actually went in there with match paint, and I went in there and cleaned it all up, and then gave another matte finish, and ended up hitting it with a clear coat of matte spray from Tamiya. So this is Elite Armor. That's the company I use for the decals. So put that up. Yeah, so all the decals are in place. Unit marker, numbers on the sides of the turrets, on the back. And see, I haven't painted it yet, but you can see some of the cracks from just the way so I went in there with some matte medium and just glossed it in there and sealed the crap out of it, make sure it doesn't come up. Same thing with this. And then after that dried, I went in there. Actually, yeah, no, I went in there and painted it. I'm just talking back over. But yeah, I went in there with red, did all the red, repainted all the cracks, filled them in, and then white lined it with a thin brush to get it the way it should be. So really cool. I'm gonna go back with weathering and some washes to give a little bit of weather and rain look. Now for some weathering, I took a sponge, actually a blister pack sponge, and ripped it up a little bit, and then I dipped it in dark brown dryad bark from Games Workshop Citadel paint range, and just went in there and just hit all the edges, giving it weathering a little over the numbers, just giving it the dirty look. So give it some wear and tear. This thing's been driving around the countryside, so really happy how it's coming out. It's looking cool. So just hitting all the corners, making mistakes, and just wipe it up real quick. There's a little here, a little there. Try to get it, like, think where spots would rub up against people climbing in and out, or against terrain, like on the corners that I would brush up against. So just a little extra touch. So now I'm going in with Delvin Mud. Wait, not Delvin Mud. What am I using? Athrax Earthshade from Citadel Miniatures Games Workshop fame. And just going in and just hitting all the little areas, little rain spots, and just, some of the panel lines around the barrel and the hatches and stuff, just giving it that little shade.
All right, quick video on how to turn this thing on. So you load BBs in here. BBs go in here. There's actually a laser tag thing. I'm not really going to go over it, so I'm not getting another tank to battle it. But you plug that in here, and it sits up there, and it will shoot a laser. But just to turn it on, you open up the driver's hatch. There's a on and off switch. These lights start flashing. Then you come onto the controller, you turn on, and then you hit the unlock button, I guess. So the whole thing turns on. You hit the smoke button, the smoke will come out. You see the smoke starts to billow out of it. Pretty awesome. So then to fire it, you hold down this button. The button up here. And then to fire it, make sure this thing's not pointed in a bad direction. Let's see if I can do this with the phone. You hold it, you hold down this button, and then you fire the machine gun. So, holding it down, there you go. So, pretty awesome. This makes it move back and forth all over the place. I'm gonna turn this. You can turn the smoke off, and then the fire alarm's gonna go off. Watch, but this makes the turret go. Let me raise it up now. And that's it. Turn it off. Click this button, and that's it. All right, everybody. It's complete. I finished it. The German Tiger 1. So really freaking cool. Really happy how it came out. I didn't, I did a bunch of stuff. I didn't go too crazy, but you can see I airbrushed. I did reflective green, and I used a dark brown from Vallejo over a Tamiya dark yellow, I think, or German yellow. So taped off some of the bits and everything, but just really freaking happy how it came out. I didn't paint inside. I just kind of left it its green color. So this is where you put the BBs. Let's see, but oh shit, let's put the BBs in there. So there's actually a commander. I didn't paint him yet, but I'll get there. And then I airbrushed. I actually used a contrast black on the vents and on the tip of the gun. So you can see, put the machine gun in place. I just installed. I actually painted the tools. I did them the tan on the straps and the little clamps that hold down the equipment, the shovels and stuff. I didn't like the way it looked, so I went back and sprayed them with Tamiya dark yellow, and then just weathered them up a little bit, and then popped them into place. Added the tow cables. Hit the whole thing with a matte coat, Tamiya tack coat, matte coat. And here's the other side. And then I repainted the decals to any parts that were crisped, that were broken, ripped and torn. So I kind of like did that. I've never painted a 1/16 tank before, so you just use the same hobby skills. Same thing with making costumes and all different types of stuff. You take all these skills that you learn and you apply them to bigger and different projects. The problem solving. So like with the Zimmerit, I had the green stuff, certain parts that were a mess, didn't match, and add stuff. But overall, really happy with it, and excited to drive this thing around. Really cool. Hope you like the video, like and subscribe for more cool hobby stuff coming down the pipe. Everybody take it easy. Be good.